Welcome back to Themed Journals. My name is April. Welcome to my channel. This is the home of the Themed Journal journey. Okay, so we're doing bits and bobs today. You see that this is nice fabric, plastic fabric. I don't know what you would call it exactly. But I'm going to cut one of these open and experiment on it, and then we'll see if I can use them for my Christmas journals for my daughter and son-in-law for their advent calendar. Dear. Okay, there we go. Throw the plastic away. If you're making field notes journals, you can keep that for your plastic. All right. Didn't even bother to cut it. Let's see what this one does. No. Okay, so it can't get cut because it's cloth. All right, one more experiment. See if it works on here with some die cuts. I have die cuts that I can use that are, I'll be right back. I forgot to get the die cuts. They're real easy. They're just over here. Okay, so if you've been with me for a while, I have these. You remember these from my winter journals I did last year, I think. Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do is see if I can't. Okay, got to get these on the right side, April. All right, then what we're going to do is stick these through the machine here. Oh yeah. Sometimes the die cut things are more of a pain in the neck than anything. Trying to get these so that they're not together and they're not overlapping each other. Okay. So we go this way. Ooh, and then we go this way. I've never tried to die cut cloth before, but I thought these would make great decorations because of the white plastic fabric. I don't know what you call this. Oh, what's this? All right. All right, so the answer is no, it won't cut it with die cuts either. Okay, experiment over. I'm going to give these to my sister. She uses them. All right, so we'll have to use these on paper and use these on paper, but hey, now we know. All right. So that's experiment was a flop, but that's okay. We now know that we can't use these on fabric. Too bad. Okay. Now, the other bits and bobs that I've been doing is that I have been naughty. I've started another project that's halfway finished. Okay, so I took one of my pretty encyclopedia books and I turned it into a sticker storage. So I used hanging file folders, you know those green ones? Yeah. This is 7.5 plus 3 millimeters by 9.5 plus 2 millimeters and height. And then what I did was I cut them out so that they're singular. That, you know, when you measure on your hanging file, you want to cut off the hangers and take those out. And then I made this strip is off of the you carefully tear off the hangers, and then I re-glued that strip together, and these are the strips that I didn't need. So anyway, and then on these, as you can see, I had some here, and then I sort of decorated them with postcards just to have something pretty underneath. So like, for example, turn the page, and I have a little plastic thing down here. It's got two pockets, one on the front where you can see, or one in the back where you can see that this has now a lip here, like that. So you can put them behind, and then you can put something in front of, and then you have it. So what I did was I just put two to a pocket, but let's say I don't want two to a pocket. I still have the second pocket. See, second pocket. And then after I did my, after I cut out the pieces of hanging folder, I glued book pages to it, which I used up a whole book doing this. And then I went ahead and put the decorations on, which in this case would be the postcards. See? And then I put the pockets on. Then I glued the pockets on. Yeah. Okay, so this is how I glued the pockets on. Let's see, I think we're all done with this one. See, this is all steampunk in here. Yep, all steampunk. So these, because these are super big, I just put them in this pocket down here. Yep. So there you have it. And then I put these in the pockets because, you know me, I always reuse this for something. And then I got the people in here, and then I've got these beautiful golden brown ones over here, and then I kept then I put these in a pocket because they're too big to go up here. And then we go back to the beginning, and I've got more room. So this does not have a it does not have a spine, and these are put on a Z-fold using clear packaging tape. I think that's very clever. I got this idea from a lady over at, I don't know her name, but her see, green folder. Her channel's called La Cafe Craft. She's French Canadian, and so she has a heavy French Canadian accent. That's okay, because you can understand her. You just have to get used to her, you know, terminology. She's like me and many others in the crafting world. She likes to measure, not measure. She cracks me up. She's very funny. So I am, in addition to putting book pages on, and I used a whole book, I'm very happy about that, is that I ended up also stitching around everything and making it Frankenstein board, which means that I take the edges of the paper and I crisscross over the paper. So you see, that's an edge, that's an edge, that's an edge, and then of course all the way around. And then I ink it like so. And this is more Frankenstein. You know, there's a piece going this way. And so you just go over every single seam on the paper when you're doing Franken paper. Now, I do this with fabric as well. So I have something called, a technique I call Franken fabric. So that's very exciting. And we're going to get back to the Franken fabric on one of my current, soon-to-be projects. We're almost done with the 2,000 subscriber giveaway book. I'm almost done there. Yeah. So this is what I've been doing this last week. Sorry there was no video on Tuesday. I was up helping my mom in Snowflake, and I didn't get back down the mountain until Tuesday morning. And then I was so exhausted from all the work I did up at my mom's that I fell asleep for 4 hours as soon as I got home yesterday. And then it took me the rest of the day to unload the car. Oh, I was such a mess yesterday. But we hung 2 sets of kitchen cabinets in my my little mini apartment area. And so I'm going to, I unloaded 6 boxes. We put cabinetry in, I moved my kitchen stuff. No, I have my living room bookcases moved to where I want them, and then I moved my kitchen cabinets to where I want them, and very exciting stuff. And then just before I left, my mom was like, well, this week my goal is to move my what do you call it, move my filing cabinet from where I have it by the door into the store, the refrigerator area. I was like, oh, let me help you with that before I go. Then, it's all done. And so my mom and I took out, we cleaned out the area where she wanted to put the cabinet, and then we took out all the drawers, and then we moved the cabinet. Boy, the cabinet on cement sounded like someone was scratching their nails across a board, a chalkboard. Very gross. Oh, look at me. I went and I didn't get these 2. Oh, well. I'm not getting my sewing machine back, that's for sure, back down. I did use up the rest of my brown thread that you see here, and I had to use a similar brown thread for the last little bits and bobs, but they're so close together, and color, it's really difficult to tell the difference between the 2. The only difference is that when you're sewing, one is cotton, and the cotton tends to fray, and it's hard to put through the needle. That's the only difference between the 2 sets of threads. One is what the brand name is called Sim thread. It's an embroidery thread, and it's, I don't know, linen or no, polyester. It's polyester. That's what it is. So, anyway. And I got everything done for the giveaway journal. I have 4 tags to put in, and I've got 1 sheet, a flip-up sheet that I did not put stuff underneath. I thought I did. I know I cut apart stuff for it, but I don't think I got that far. Anyway. So we'll take a peek at that. It stands straight up. I've had to put glue into the spine because the spine was coming up, so I put in a massive amount of glue into the spine from the end that was coming up, and you can see the gap where the glue is. So yeah. So this is picked raspberry that I'm using. I was using worn lipstick, but I like the bolder pink better. And the interesting thing is that this is archival ink and the worn lipstick is distress ink. I'm here to tell you they're two different colors. I thought that they were the same colors, but the worn lipstick is more peach than pink. Hence the color, the name, worn lipstick. So this was just a fun little Zen project so that when I'm done with my this current steampunk project, I have a place to put all of my steampunk stickers, because I'm not done with the steampunk yet. I'm just done with this section of it. Although I may go ahead, no, never mind, I've made myself a book. All right, that's it on this. Oops, what a mess. All right. Okay, so what I did for the, remember these? I got them out of one of the, what do you call it? One of the, where's my, there we go. My daughter-in-law's, no, not my daughter-in-law's, I don't have a daughter-in-law. My daughter and son-in-law's, I'm going to use photo albums. So this came out of their photo albums. This is gross and disgusting in mass. I would never put pictures in them, but they work out perfectly for my project. And then you can sort of see how I prepare this. Now we're ready for the glue. All right. And then what I do is I put my thumb under here, and then I do that. It's not the prettiest thumb thing, but I know from past experiences that this type of plastic does not work on a hole punch. All right. Then you get two of these. Now I don't like to put this upside down because all the print goes in one direction. So I put my thumb where I want to put the, where I don't want to put the glue. Hope that, this is how I lose lids. Because one little string somehow attached to it is enough to drive me cuckoo. All right. Yeah, see, I knew there was a string attached to that mess. All right. All right. And I put it down at like a couple inches from the top. And I'm using my Beacon 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac /Fabri-Tac slash, there's a third one. And the only difference between the Beacon 3-in-1 and the other ones are the price. One's a really expensive price, and one is a moderate price, and then the third one is a cheap price, which is the Beacon 3-in-1. There can be as much as $3 to $5 difference between the Beacon 3-in-1 and the other ones. So, This is a really super fun project to do. If you want to see me make another one, which I probably will because I have enough stickers that I could use another sticker book. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see me make one online, and we can, you know, would fit into using up the book guts, because I used a whole book for this. Yeah, I was really happy about that. Super happy about that. And then I used up some of my friend gave me a bunch of postcards, and I just put them down for decoration for the most part. I had some cutouts from another book I used years ago for another journal, and I used some of those pictures in that too, from that, and you'll see them as I go through this little thing. Now this is an interesting pocket. Yes. If I run out of this, I could glue it here and cut it and then glue it here, or cut it and then sew it. Yeah, okay. We're going to keep that up here. We may need it. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where the pockets are. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this has got to be very careful that you go straight down this, because you don't want to open up the bottom portion of the pocket, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. Anyway, because what they did was they glued it together. The plastic, originally they glued it together with a big glue. You know, they had a plate, and then as the plastic would come by on the conveyor belt, the plate would glue the shape together on the plastic. Hope that makes sense. And so cutting it right down the original glue spot will prevent me from having to sew it. Okay. All right. Now we got a burble going on. So we're just going to go like that. And hopefully the burble will go away. Now you may not be able to see the little line of glue because I'm putting clear glue on clear plastic. Yeah. It's always something fun to do. Even I have a hard time seeing it, so don't feel bad that you can't see it on camera. So this is how you reuse clear pockets that are old. You use it in a project that maybe you're not going to be giving away, but you're going to be using it for yourself anyway. All right. Beacon 3-in-1 glues fairly fast, so I'll be able to put some of the you know what? I'm going to put this down a little bit because I want to see the picture. All right. That's what I'm going to do. And I just put it over the sewing line, because that will give me extra strength around the edge of the pocket. Now I cut up all of the I cut off all of the threads. I didn't want any threads on here. So we're going to put two different, normally I would put this equal to this, but I didn't want to, oh yeah, I didn't want to hide, I don't know why I put it up in the corner exactly, but I did. Thought it was a good idea at the time, obviously. I'm trying to make, you know, the curve of this so it's equal distance between here and here, but until I actually see the final project, I won't quite know if I made it. All right. So you can see each one of these pockets can hold a whole one of these. All right. All right. All right. Stay down. I definitely don't want to stay. Oh, they eventually will. Okay, let's take a peek. Oh, okay, these are single pockets again. All right. So we're going to go along just on the other side of that one. Then we're going to go along this one. Cut off all the extra plastic that we absolutely do not need. Oh, the air conditioner finally kicked back in. Oh, it's so hot down here. So this will be a little wider pocket. These are the like the first two that I had originally on the other side. Big pockets. All right, so we're going to get the glue out. Use the burble. All right. I always double check to make sure that the pocket is on the correct, or the pocket thumb, the thumb thing for the pocket is on the correct side. All right. Oh, I missed a die cut. All right, I put that to the side. All right, now this is the correct side. I went to put the glue. Okay. Got another big pocket one. Well, I hope you're having fun in your craft rooms. I'm having a glorious time myself. First time I've been in the craft room for a minute. I gotta get to work though. I've gotta go clean out my car. I've gotta go vacuum it out. Get it detailed and washed, because up near my aunt's house, they have all dirt roads and yeah. My car is filthy. All right. So this is what I'm going to be doing offline today, and I'll show you the other, well, I may not do the rest of this offline today, but between now and the next video, because I want to get started on my advent calendars for my daughter and son-in-law and my grandson. My grandson's growing right up. He's so adorable. He's so cute. Yeah. All right. Okay. I think, well, let's see. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 pages to go. Let's see how many I got. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we got plenty. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough, but because as I cut them down on the strips that go across those hanging folders, I only had enough for one full-size piece, and I have a bunch of these small ones over here. I was imagining myself having to tape these together on the back and then sew them together. I may do it for the next one, because, you know, waste not, want not, and save your scraps that you can work with. So yeah. Oh, see, this is the pages from my I had a Birds of Kenya book, and these are pages from that the former project, because I, you know, cut them out for birds, and I'm trying to remember which project I used them with. I can't remember. All right, well, it looks like it wants to come over here now to do this side. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just put in the rest of these strips and then cut up the plastic pieces later. Yeah, that's what I'll do. This is a Scarlet Ibis, so that came, this sheet, entire sheet came out of the that book I was telling you about. And then I went ahead and I indulged myself and I used a piece of decoupage paper on this one. I've had it for years because I thought, oh, that's really cute, but I haven't used it for anything yet. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. This will be dried now. And you can see what I mean by this entire thing can fit in that one pocket. All right. Now these are the super glossy ones that you can't put any ink on because they're so glossy. So when I use these, I'm going to have to cut the white off. Fussy cut the white off. What a pain in the neck that's going to be. But these are steampunk animals that I thought were super cute and had to have them. I don't know when I'm going to use them, but anyway. I don't know if these are steampunk or not. Let's see. Yeah, they're steampunk gardening. Now you may have a little bit of a trouble if you decorate with postcards like I did in the center. The stickers will get stuck on top of the postcard until you get the first line of stickers in, and then they go in just no problem. And all you have to do to get over that is just pick up the pocket a little bit like this and then slip them in. All right, and then, you know, I've got stuff like this that isn't steampunk, but on the other side of this one, I have steampunk stuff. So I'm going to take this steampunk out and separate it from the non-steampunk. No, get back in there. And then I'll put those in a separate area. And I actually do need to make another one of these, so I may go ahead and, oh, see, that's not steampunk. That's not steampunk. It just, as you put them in, you can, you know, ascertain whether they're the theme that you want. Now I can put those in the, I just put over here. Yep. Okay, now let's see what we got left over here. Oh, this one is a busted piece of, oh, I only had one more in there. All right, we'll put that down there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this in here like so. Oh, I got two. And then what I'm going to do is just put these two in this particular pocket here. There we go. And they're right there, ready to use. All right, we've got more butterfly ones. So I'm going to put it behind, and then I'm just going to stick this in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How did that come up? Did I not glue it? All right. Guess we're going to try over here. And then put these in the front pocket because this one, see, this one's coming up too. That's weird. Well, don't be like me. Wait until they're all glued down and dry, and then you won't have this issue that I'm having. Okay. All right. All right. And then okay, so I guess I need to wait before I put any more stickers in here, because the more I flip this way, the least dry they are, if that makes sense. Makes sense in my head anyway. All right, these are frames that I like to use for my steampunk people. I think what I'm going to do is put half here and half in another one. All right, come on, stay down. I can't see. All right. Something happened there. All right. Finally. Okay. Okay, so that's behind there. You never know when you need extra fancy cardboard. Okay, there we go, is that one. Now we got these clocks. I did put the clocks in the pouches because they're too big, although this might go good in the one that I had to, let's see. Oh, here it is. Here's the pocket I was looking for. All right, so see how these are bigger than, it wouldn't fit here. So see, this would not fit here very well because it would hang over the edge and you would get these pretty little die cuts like squashed. So this is what I do for that. And you never know when you need more of these. There, just put it there and leave it. Okay, we got some more beautiful steampunk flowers, it looks like. These pet stickers are so easy to work with. And you don't have to worry about the all right, we're going to put that back there as well, and then we're going to get these out. These are little steampunk clocks. Ugh. Okay, and then what we're going to do is save the box, because you never know. Okay, now let's see what else we've got. We've got more clocks. Put more here. There we go. Okay, these I'm thinking to save these for a baby journal. Oh, cute. Oh, look at this cute clock. That's a Christmas one. Oh, that's adorable. We're definitely going to have to put that with the Christmas stuff. Yeah. Use that in my grandson's thing. Now, see, we used up this entire thing, and so now we can just stick it in here. And we have another decoration if we need it. And the last little bit are some more steampunk flowers. Let's see if these go in here without. Okay, no, they don't. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stick them in there. Then you can see what they are, and they don't bug you. So I know I have more steampunk stickers around here somewhere, so I will come back to this and I'll finish this offline. But see, it expands, so it doesn't matter. Well, I guess it does matter a little bit. All right, we have some of these coming apart. on this side. How come this came apart? All right. Oh, I know what happened to this. Yeah. All right. Let's see if that comes apart again. I'll leave it out. There's no point in keeping them in here. I know what I'm gonna do with these. I have to decorate some stuff, so I'll use this to decorate it with. All right. Oh, see, told you I had more stuff to put in here. All right. Okay, so this entire thing decided to pop off. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave those out and I'll put them back in later. All right. I guess that's how you're gonna find out if you did this right. Oh boy. Okay, so all right. Here's one of my I don't know. I don't mind the white on this particular tag. I don't know why, but anyway. Oh, that's cute. All right. I might just put that entire thing in the book. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, thank you for joining me on today's theme journal journey. Sorry we didn't get to this thing. Let me just give you oh, I just put a bunch of stuff on the floor. Oh, April. Have to go find them, I guess. Yeah, I found another one of these. So to see how I took off the wire piece off of here, and then I just glued this back down. Yeah, okay. So you can see that it's really stiff now, and I've got all things stuck. I have something in everything except for this pocket over here. But if I lift it up, I'm going to rip the page. So I've got to take some things out of it. So I was just going to show you some of the tags I've done. I didn't decorate these again with stickers because I felt that they were pretty enough as they were. So whoever gets this will have plenty this many tags. So we got that. And then I got this. Let's see if that's, nope, that's not enough. We got to have a few more. All right. So some of these tags you can write on, and other ones you will not be able to write on at all. We're going to put a little bit of glue on this because I guess the masterboard decided not to glue. I ended up using glue stick, and sometimes depending on how glossy your paper is, you may need something else to put it down. I'm going to try this now, and then where's my lid for this? I don't know. All right. So as you can see, as I'm taking stuff out, it's going down. See, I decorated some of these. Some of them I didn't. Oh, this goes over here, I think. I put stickers on the tops of these. So whoever gets this, they want to do a see if, nope, not quite yet. If they want to do a couple, you know, a series of steampunk, they've got plenty of tags, and they've got tags that have writing space on them. Yeah. So you see. All right, let's see if we can get that up now. Where is it? Here it is. There we have it. We got it open. Okay. Now, I could have sworn I had pieces already cut up for this, but I guess not. Let's see if this looks okay on this. Yeah. All right. I just have to cut it down. This is the last couple of pieces that I actually have to cut down and whatnot and glue in. All right, let's see if this will do. No. Okay, so that means I need to go over here, and I need to do this over here. Hopefully that'll do. Yes, that'll do. So what I'm going to do is I am going to line it up at the top. See, a little bit like that. And then this will save me time because I already have a template. This is how you measure, not measure. Okay, and then we'll get the glue. It's burbling all over the place. And no, I'm not going to put anything in these until it dries. So I'm going to have to let it dry and then keep the book on the desk with all the tags out. And then stuff it with something between now and then. Yeah, okay, here's the other one. So like I said, today's a bits and bobs type of day. All right. Oops, let's get that down a little bit, April. All right, then what I'm going to do is put some in here so it doesn't glue the other pieces and pages together. So I'm going to leave this out and see how, you know, I'm going to leave all these beautiful pieces of tags and secret writing spaces out, and then I'm going to put them all back in once I stuff this last page. I think what I'm going to use for this page is a few pieces of paper from here, steampunk paper. Or I could put some of this paper in, some gold paper. I think maybe gold paper. I think people might appreciate that. All right, thank you for joining me on today's theme journal journey. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and to this channel. And like this video. It's very important to like the videos, folks, because then the algorithm will push it out to more people. So anyway, thank you for joining me today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.